All right, we back. Um, that shit scared the mess out of us for a second. We thought the building was about to blow up because it was a loud noise and everything went dark. I thought the rapture was happening. Like,
And what y'all ain't finna do is act like y'all power didn't go out. I know
right.
some of y'all's did,
Y'all
so
that live
don't
in
do
Upper
that.
Marlboro,
Yeah,
Clinton,
yeah,
your power went out
yeah.
too. So cut
That's
the
what
shit.
happened. That's
Your
what
Wi-Fi, you had to
happened.
reboot your
Right.
Wi-Fi, your router, cut the shit.
At the end of the day, I don't know, y'all. They got me in here. They ain't got no name. They ain't had no power. SOS,
Wow.
y'all. I don't know. I don't,
Wow.
I don't know.
See,
I don't know.
friends,
I
how many of
don't
us
know.
have them?
Wow.
But we're gonna jump right back into this
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what we was talking about actually, but we're gonna go into the segment of the show. I think. Do you have some fire off questions for me, or because she said I answered a lot of the questions that she had for me?
I feel like you robbed me of the razzle dazzle.
Rob is a strong
of the
word.
razzle dazzle of how I wanted to be nosy about your life. And you just kind of put it out there and you know and really wrapped it up in the knee surgery thing. So then we were all like, oh, that's great, you know, things like that. But I kind of wanted to talk about your love life and all that. Now I just kind of feel like womp womp. So no, I want to do it.
Well, damn.
I want to do it.
Well, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
You don't. If nothing else you can inquire about or talk about.
Well, I talk to you. I see your updates on Facebook. Like I kind of know like the general things. You're doing pretty well. You done started back up with Boots, Birds, and Barbecue. I'm happy about that.
Yep.
I had actually commented on your post like,
And amen to that. Amen
right,
to
cause
Birds,
honey, like on a whole new knee. I saw all the grills fired up. I said, well, you didn't show us your chair. I feel like you had like a little wheelchair in the back where you was flipping and stuff, right? Or did you stand up and smoke all that food?
I mean, I got a chair that I sit in.
Oh, okay.
You know, meantime, between time. But yeah,
Okay.
I'm up in front of that thing.
I like it.
I'm up in front of that
Oh,
fire. But yes, Boost Birds and Barbecue has kind of came back into the fold because, again, like we ain't got no names. So many people was like, hey, man, I need, literally, as the show was happening tonight, one of my friends hit me because I guess their daughter's having a trunk party for college and they wanted to grill food for like 40, 50 people. So they were, we were going back and forth. Yeah. So I told her, I was like, I'm about to do this podcast. I hit you back.
Nice.
But yeah, so, and this is without promotion, without marketing, any of that.
Well, because you've been doing it for a while. So your best referral is word of mouth. People that, has already sort of patron your business and they can speak to it, and so they refer you.
Funny story, the one I did last week, she wasn't very happy with my cooking, and that was the first time ever that I had a customer. She wasn't nasty about it. She wasn't rude.
I'm gonna hear about it.
She just her opinion, and this is a teachable. I'm about to give y'all a teachable moment too. So in her opinion, she felt like some of the items, specifically some of the chicken I made and the burgers I made, and well, she said the hot dogs too, were overcooked. And so, in her words, she kept using the word crispy.
Oh wow.
So,
oh wow.
And I'm transparent, so I'm gonna let y'all know the biz. So, in my opinion, I think it was, when you go to a cookout, the food that you make on the grill is going to have the grill marks and things of that nature. It's not burnt, but it's not going to be like you cooking in an oven. So there's that. And I specifically, when I'm cooking, if there's a lot of times, especially when you're cooking in bulk like that, you might have a couple pieces that might get a little burnt because, staying, I toss those, toss them out, or I may like take some skin off and use that as my, let me see how this tastes. Let me see how my seasoning is, type of thing. But I don't serve that. Right. And I was careful to do the same thing. And like the hamburgers that she had these like 2-inch sliders. So they were thick, but they were tiny, small. Yeah. And I was trying to tell her I have to make sure they're cooked in the middle. So, they may look, I didn't think that they looked overcooked, but I don't want to take them off too early and somebody bite into it and blood dripping down the side of their mouth, right? Because a burger is supposed to be like at least
charred.
well,
Yeah, it's
like.
yeah.
So,
And charred on the
but
outside.
where I think and this is the teachable moment part is sternos. People, you have to remember when you're at a cookout and you put food in a sterno and you light that flame,
Continuing to cook.
it's still cooking.
Absolutely.
And you, especially if you got it covered with foil and all that, it's still cooking. So what happened was, by the time people really came and started eating, a lot of the food, especially the chicken, was on the sternos for 45 minutes, if not an hour or more. So yeah, it's gonna be dry, maybe a little bit. It's gonna be whatever because you got these sternos going. So you have to be careful. And I know everybody wants their food to be warm. My suggestion, you guys, is one, when you got a long pan and a long tray thing that is in, only like one sterno. You don't need two.
Okay.
And sternos, usually you could light them, put them out, light them, pull them out.
Right.
So just light them for a little while.
Yeah, just
kind
be
of time it for
mindful
when
when
people are coming
Uh-huh.
or what have you. Because mostly people at a cookout, it's a cookout. So they don't expect their food to come out piping hot like it's a restaurant, right? And so, especially if your food is outside, it's summertime. How warm, how cool is it going to get, right? So you got to be careful with those sternos or whatever. And then especially like with the hot dogs, most times people like, can you put my hot dog back on? I want it burnt.
That's what I was gonna say.
I want that joint black.
That's me.
Crispy meat.
So I try to make hot dogs. I try to make them a little bit burnt, a little bit kind of in the middle, and then just some just cooked nice and cooked for everybody. Because I don't like burnt hot dogs at all. So I try to make a little bit of everything. And I'm like, and when she was talking and she was in a hot dog, I'm like, well, black people don't like burnt.
How'd you remedy it?
So I this was after the fact.
Okay.
This was like the next day that she was saying all this. And so I said, I remedied it by saying, I appreciate the criticism. I appreciate it. This is a teachable moment for me. Thank you so much. Thank you for allowing me to, what have you. And so she, at one point, we almost got into it because when our grill was ready and was going, I was like, all right, you can bring me the chicken. I'm ready for the chicken. She hadn't touched it, didn't season it, didn't clean it or anything. And we kind of went back and forth, and she was like, well, I'll go ahead and season it. So I said, all right. So after the fact, she sent me this long text message with all this. And then the text message, she was like, well, you kind of threw me off because you said you was going to season it because you was going to bring your own seasoning. And I didn't even mention that. All I did was screenshot the text message where I specifically asked her, is the fish and the chicken going to be seasoned prior? And she said, yes, it will all be prepped. And then she came back and was like, my apologies. I stand corrected.
Okay.
And then she was telling me about her grill and this piece I had left off. And she was like, maybe if you had left that back on, it probably would have been cool. And she was cool. She was cool. It wasn't contentious at all or whatever. And I just continued to thank her. What I didn't want to do is get into a back and forth.
Yeah.
I could have, but I didn't even mention the thing about the sternos.
That's growth, friend. Cause what? You ain't go
back? Nope.
You ain't go back or the fourth.
Or fourth.
The
only thing I felt like I needed to defend myself on was the seasoning part.
of it, because
I specifically asked you about that, and you said you was going to do that. But anything else, I just kind of just let it ride, and was like, okay, I appreciate it.
Okay.
And she paid me, and she didn't try to skip out on paying me or whatever, and everything was cool. But it's cool.
Yeah.
And but yes, Boots Burgers and Barbecue, we back. I promise you, I won't burn your food. I get busy on that thing, and matter of fact, I have 2 more. What happened? I have 2 more gigs coming up this summer, and 2 in a possible, basically. So we'll see.
Well, the little the stuff that I was getting ready to say, what you been pulling up on me?
Oh, that light. Oh, okay.
Ow. Y'all can't see
That was
me on
Jamal.
camera. Y'all don't know what just they ain't
Oh,
see. They
oh,
saw
they
you.
see.
Yeah.
Look, I'm all loud. talking
No,
about
that's good. What I was fitting to say.
Was it about cooking out and grilling and all that?
Yeah, it was something like that. Oh, the little scrap pieces that you say you be like it be too burned. You be like, I can't like serve that. I left a pan at your house last year at during a cookout, and you can just put those pieces there, right? Like, and I'll come get
You're
it.
gonna do what?
I'm gonna come get it.
You're gonna eat them?
Yeah, I like my food burnt. He's like, oh, if he feels they're overly burnt, he won't serve them. I'm not. I mean, like it's food on the floor. What the hell y'all judging me for? I'm just saying, if it's like he feels like it's a little too dark for his, the person that paid for the service, just why would you throw that away? Like I'll take the chicken. I'll take the burgers and the hot dog.
Okay, done deal.
I feel judged now. I don't feel like I want it. They got me feeling like
done deal. I mean, hey,
hey,
yeah, done deal.
I like it.
But yeah, so my knee held up good, and it was hot though. I ain't gonna lie, it was hot out there. But once I get going, the heat don't really bother me, right? And I got my big hat that kind of gives me some shade, and I always bring a cooler with my water, my Gatorades, and all that type of stuff. Yeah, I don't mess around. I don't mess around.
We like them
prepared. Yeah, and like when I bring all my own utensils. I provide the charcoal and the wood and all that stuff. And like I told her, I do bring some seasonings because I like to season a little bit while the food is cooking. But yeah, Boost Birds and Barbecue. Let me know something.
How's your and make this quick because that was a little long-winded. How's your Lucy juice going?
It's going good.
Yeah,
it's going good. Yeah, everything's going good with that. Yeah.
The juice.
His THC juice because it is a business. So let me put some respect on it. His weed juice. You've had some of that before. You ain't had it after that first time. Oh. I would say it's not for beginners.
My memory. Okay.
It's not for beginners. You got to really know how to dose with it, but it's really good. You get a bang for your buck.
Yeah. So,
that's what I call it.
We got a couple things we wanted to talk about that's going on right now. That you guys all know about. We're gonna start off with the finals. The finals are going on right now. New York is up 3-1. Have you guys you watching and paying attention?
I have never watched so much basketball in my life. In my life, that's all I got.
Why is that? Why do you think you're watching it now more than ever?
Well, my lawyer Yamin, and he's
a Knicks fan.
He is a Knicks fan.
Okay,
and has been one all of his life, and was probably one when he was in his daddy's nutsack. And the fact that these people have made it this far with a real
it's huge
possibility of taking it to the house.
It's huge.
Is that appropriate? He be checking me all the time. That's not how you say it. You're speaking football lingo.
That is a football term.
I don't get listen.
It is.
But anyway, it's an interesting vibe, man. Oh my God. The man got rituals. He ain't washing shorts and socks until he had to wash the socks and the shorts on not yesterday's game, but Monday's game, because that was the game that Rump came to and they lost. And so he feels like that put stink on it. Like it's different. And I just be over there like trying to support, but it's real. I still be on some. I don't really care.
I feel it.
I'm saying, but go Knicks. Go Knicks. Look, we got the cut.
You got the cut.
Look at that. We just promoting. Go Knicks. I don't know.
That's a good. That's so right there. That's a good.
Yeah, no, I have been kind of rooting for the Knicks from Jump Street because I just think it's good for the league, for such a storied franchise that hasn't won since the 70s to win. Right?
I'm always for a princess. Yeah. I like that. Yeah.
But
okay.
However,
of a comma,
the fans, how they been acting and
Obnoxious.
carrying on up there. It makes me not want them to win. It's like, first of all, people from New York are obnoxious already.
That's what I'm like, but it's New York.
So then it's like, bruh,
I think
It's
in this
New
case,
York,
you gotta
y'all.
separate
gonna
the
ramp up.
fans.
and then they out here beating up people
That's
just
for-
because they got on Spurs. Yeah.
No, they did.
No.
They beat up a man that looked like he was like 50, 60 years old
I'm not like-
just because he was walking down the street with a Spurs jersey on.
Oh.
Okay.
Made a young black kid strip his jersey off, take that shit off. Like they threw an egg at Wemby, hit him in the head. Like, what are y'all doing? Y'all acting like Philadelphia Eagles fans.
I was given very equal. I wasn't.
So
I didn't
listen,
wanna bring it up.
I
And you
would
don't want to
say-
do that.
But that's what I was going to say. I think in cases like this is no different from the most obnoxious, Dallas Cowboy fans or Philly fans in the NFL, right? You have to learn how to separate the fandom from the team itself. Now, you said you wanted to see them take it all the way because you feel like for the league it'll be good. Let me ask you a question. Do you feel that like the team and what they represent, the players of the team, that they represent themselves something different than the actual
Absolutely.
fans?
Oh.
So in that case, you kind of got to be like, you know what, the fans
Man,
trash.
nah.
However, the team, because let me tell you something. This is my one little thing I have been paying attention to. I love that little mutant, Wembanyama. Is that his name, Wembanyama?
Just say Wemby.
I don't know if I want to say his name no more. I liked him all the way up until realizing that he's a bully on the court.
He's not.
And when I saw him push Brunson head down the other day, and then all these little like elbowing people and stuff, he's a bully, and I don't like him
He's
no
not a
more. And it
bully.
don't take a lot, but
He's not a bully.
I think he is.
He's a big man.
And-
Plays basketball. But he's a normal. We saw
He's
growing up.
obnoxious.
He's what?
He's obnoxious.
See, this is
He be smirking when he
this
do
is
it.
a
He's
product of what happens underneath their roof when she wear a man watching. Because that's all this is. I'm sure
all I'm
everything
saying-
she's saying is what he be saying.
Actually, he doesn't. He be shooting a bell. He actually like he a real good player. He talented. He third year in his career. And I was like, no, I want him off the game. I want him ejected. I
So
want
what
him
he puts Brunson
suspended
down?
for 2 years because no. But all that to say, I was watching a interview and Draymond Green, right? He played for
Golden State Warriors.
Golden State with Steph Curry.
Mhm.
And he was basically on some hood stuff like, yeah, that couldn't have happened to Steph Curry because the whole squad would have been on Wemby's ass. And so I thought about it and I was like, that day I watched it, it was no Knicks players in the vicinity when he smushed their point guard head down to the ground, basically.
Yes.
And I thought about it and I was like, yo, that takes some discipline. That team is disciplined. They want the win. Like they are literally able to remove emotions because it's so much at stake and they want this. So that's what made me say I want to support them. Like, because that takes a lot of discipline. Because yeah, he should have had his head smashed in.
It wasn't necessary.
Yes, it
He
was.
pushed him down just like everybody get pushed down. And I know Draymond Green dirty, stinking at him, talking about nothing. Because
I
all
don't
he
know
do,
nothing about him.
all he do is play dirty. Like that's literally 80% of his game. Like, shut up. Come on now. Anyway,
I mean, I don't know.
Last-
That's how much I know. See,
so last night
overly emotional.
was they made history because they came back from a 29-point deficit
Mhm.
to come back and win, which is
Mhm.
the largest deficit in
Mhm.
any NBA Finals
Mhm.
game ever.
Great.
which
And
is
how they
crazy.
did it,
And how they did it.
the point at
Now-
the end, that was great.
Now, the Spurs allow them to do it big time. Like they only scored 30 points in the entire second half, which is crazy. After scoring like 70 something in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but don't be surprised if the Spurs come back and win these next 2 games and they go 7.
But wait a minute.
It better not be in New York. They're gonna get beat up. I think.
So if it goes 7, the last game will be in San Antonio.
Oh, okay.
So
Who's your team?
the Wizards. I like all the home teams. I And the Wizards are trash, but I like all home teams. If I had to have a favorite, but I like players. I like, and there's always a team every year that I say I like them for this year. I like to see them win or what have you. But as it relates to basketball, the game is so different now and so whack that I really don't even start watching until playoffs start for real no more. I think they play too many games. 82 games is crazy.
It wasn't always like that
for a long time, but not always.
Oh, okay.
And they it's just they cheat. And I don't want to say cheat, but they allow the players to do things that are outside of the rules that we all grew up knowing this is what basketball is. And and then you got players who they take advantage of the referees calling fouls all the time. So every chance they get, they falling on the floor, foul. So
we call that the LeBron
factor.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The flop factor.
Absolutely. It's become very dramatic.
So there's that. But
10 years
these playoffs have been really good. The Knicks, up until the other night, had won like a rack of games in a row, which is unheard of. But yeah, so I like it. I like it right now.
All right.
Absolutely. How you feel about the WNBA and how
that's a good question?
I think we have.
I like it.
It is
I like
growing. It is getting to a
it.
place. I love basketball. I love going to the games, but women's basketball never did it for me. And these young girls, they out there balling. They're aggressive. It's not a boring game. It's not slow as it used to be.
And that's why.
And I am enjoying it.
That is why it's gotten better, because I hate to say it this way, the women now are playing more like the men play.
Absolutely.
With the aggression and they talking shit, they getting each other faces. They yank, they yanking each other. They doing all that
away. And I
absolutely.
This
so it's
a hill I'm still gonna die on. They still ain't getting compensated for it, and I don't like that. And I want to sign a petition.
Well, they're not.
I want to sign a petition because why?
They don't deserve it.
I beg your finest pardon.
They don't, and the reason why
in the revenue.
Exactly. That's why
the game for like $5.
That's why.
So why you ain't buy no tickets for us to go?
Oh, we could go. You don't.
We girl. I don't, but I want to see.
And so that's why
I want to support them. I want $5.
That's ultimately why that they don't get the money that nowhere near NBA players do, because the sport still doesn't bring in the money that would actually allow for them to get paid.
Because it's a patriarchal world.
I mean, okay. And it'll never be what the NBA is, because, well, maybe, I don't know, maybe, but you'll never see women doing 360 dunks and lobs and yanking it. And that's such a big part of the
Meet
NBA.
Me on the court. I bet you I can twist your ankle.
I didn't say that part. They do that.
I bet you I can.
They do that. They do the dribbling. I'm talking about the dunking. I'm talking about the dunking and flying through the air. That's the part I'm talking about. They can't do that. Now, if you see a woman start flying through the air like Ant-Man or somebody like that, then come talk to me. But as long as they stand on the floor, it's still different. And that aspect of it isn't there.
Yeah, okay.
Now, as far as you breaking anybody's ankles, I don't know about that.
I think I could.
I don't know about that. While dribbling a basketball?
I think I could.
I don't think so. So another major thing that has happened recently, of course, is the unfortunate trial of Carmelo Anthony, the young man who defending himself and stabbed the white boy in Texas or what have you. Yeah. And it's definitely been something that a lot of people have been talking about. Are you guys familiar with that case and what's been going on with it?
I'm familiar with the baseline of it.
Yeah.
I did not watch any of the trial.
Me either.
I did not watch the verdict. I think we talked about this on one of our shows before. Things like this, I internalize. I have to be careful with how much I take in, right? So I'll just give my opinion because I don't have a strong one, right? And I don't want to debate it, but from what I understood, and I'm leaving room for things I may not know about it, is that it's unfortunate that a life was lost, freedom was lost, but it just seems so unnecessary. I had initially heard that he was being bullied by the guy and all of this. So this was kind of like a crime of passion where he kind of just got fed up and just kind of crashed out, blacked out. But that wasn't the case at all. Apparently, he didn't even know him. So he's sitting under the ops tent, and I don't want to speak like harshly or disrespect the family or whatever, but he's sitting under the ops tent. The young fella come up to him like, you need to move. And yeah, he probably said it aggressive, probably tried to flex in front of his friends, all that. Had no business putting his hands on the young gentleman. But my God, him just trying to push you or remove you. Like, we got to get back to y'all putting paws on each other. You going straight in your bag to get a weapon and doing something that you cannot undo in just like a blink of an eye is just like tragic, and that has to stop. Like, y'all gotta get back to beating each other up, fighting, lumping each other up, and if you lose, then you just gotta go back and do it again until you win. Like, you can't keep bringing these weapons to these fights expecting, for things like this not to happen.
Well, a little bit of clarity. It wasn't the thing he had wasn't like a pocket knife or like it was a tool used to do track cleats.
Okay. So it ain't like he was walking around with a blade or anything.
That's how it was presented.
Wow. Yeah.
At least that's how I understand it. I could be wrong because I didn't closely follow it either. But from my understanding, again, I could be wrong, and forgive me if I'm misspeaking, but I believe he had a tool that they use.
So like tighten cleats.
Something like that. That I guess is sharp or what have you. And so there's this guy who's a part of this faculty and staff of, I guess, the school where this track meet was happening. And he said that he saw a video that I don't know if it's been released or suppressed or what have you. And his account of what he saw on this video was that, so there was a tornado warning. And it's bad. That's why Carmelo went under the tent in the first place.
Right. Because it was bad weather. Yeah.
The man said, that, of course, there's no audio, but the man says it's almost as soon as Carmelo went there, 3, 4, 5 boys walked over to him and was like, get out of our tent. Words got exchanged. And eventually, it was basically they started jumping him. And he said the kid who ultimately lost his life had him in a headlock while the other kids was punching him and kicking him. And so that's when he grabbed the thing and stabbed the kid because he felt like he was getting jumped. Some people have stated that that's not what happened because that wasn't part of the testimony or what have you. But that is what the gentleman came out with this maybe like 2 days ago. And like I said, he's part of the school faculty and staff. And he's saying that, and I mean, there's a video, I can send it to you later, with him talking about it. And he was very, very detailed in what he saw on this video. And he's an older gentleman, probably 55, 60 years old. And so I'm like, I mean, if that was the case. And so here's the reason why people are so up in arms. If that Texas, like Florida, is a stand your ground state.
Absolutely.
So just like George Zimmerman and people like that who have shot people or killed people or what have you because they felt like their life was in danger, why didn't he get that type of grace?
Right.
And on top of that, he got charged with first-degree murder. Right? Now, Texas doesn't have like first, second, third. They do have a tier, but they call it something different. Right? But I feel like maybe he could have got manslaughter.
Yeah.
Then when they did the jury selection, they ironically removed all the black jurors.
I did hear that. Yeah.
All of them.
See, this is why I can't follow. Just because
Yeah, man.
it boils my blood.
Well, I
it gets my- it
can't
gets my
follow
mind-
because I want us to
just-
stop being shocked.
Oh my God.
And I know
why
it's
I can't do it.
hard, but the shock factor of injustice, we have to come out of that. We
Yeah.
got to snap out of that. And yes, whatever calls to action that we need to implement and like start, right? I don't know where to start. I don't have the answers to that, but to be shocked that we have tons of examples
Yes.
where
Endless.
True.
where the color of someone's skin, like acts of crime, are almost identical, and the color of your skin will change how you are reprimanded.
Absolutely.
Period. The end.
Period.
It this is just the going, thing. And so I'm not shocked that they made an example out of him and did that. I'm not shocked that he didn't get the same privilege as Zimmerman. Never.
And
never.
that, I think that is a lot of where the outrage is coming from. I think
Sure.
a lot of people, for lack of better words, are okay the fact that he got arrested. I mean, he killed somebody.
Right.
But with the stand your ground thing, and then the precedent set by these other people that have killed people and walked and get nothing.
And the law didn't apply. Same.
And this young man got to be in jail. He got sentenced to 35 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he may only do like 17 or something, but still, right? You got other people that straight Kyle Rittenhouse mama drove him through states with illegal automatic weapons, and he ain't getting no time. So
yeah, it's unfortunate.
It is, but like you, recently here, and this is a little different from me. Recently here, I have made it my business to not even get involved in a lot of the chatter about a lot of this stuff, right? Injustices that are continuing to happen, Donald Trump stuff. Cause I'm just tired.
It's fatigue.
I'm tired, man.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm
Yeah,
tired.
it's fatigue.
I'm tired of seeing openly racist people on social media saying the most outlandish, craziest things.
And you try to
I'm
take 'em
tired
out.
of people.
Increasing.
I'm tired of people that look like us saying the most outlandish, ridiculous things against us.
You feel defeated.
And
yeah.
going, I just can't no more. So that's probably a lot of the reason why I did not dive deep into this case at all, up until the verdict happened, honestly. And I had to kind of go back and do some digging, but I'm just tired, man. I'm tired. A lot of you guys know, when the when things happen with the Black Lives Matter and things of that nature, have George Floyd, I was front lines doing protests out on the street, on the Capitol, Lincoln Memorial, Upper Marlboro, all that. And I'm just tired, man. I'm just, like you said, almost defeated. Like, if it's anything I could do for my community and the people around me, I will. But getting on social media and following this stuff and going back and forth with people, I can't no more.
Absolutely.
Because then I'm going to want to fight.
Absolutely.
And I don't want to feel that way. And I
Yeah.
don't. And it's just because it's not going to stop. Because 2, 3, 4 months from now, it's going to be something else.
Ain't nothing.
Something going to happen.
Absolutely.
Trump going to say something or do something. Or something gonna happen. I don't know if y'all heard, was it yesterday or day before yesterday, this white dude pulled out a rifle and shot a bunch of black people at I don't know if it was a protest or a rally or something. Just shot up a bunch of black people.
No, didn't hear that. But not shocked that we didn't hear it because
some middle-aged white man in some middle of the country state or whatever.
He might be at home right now.
Yeah.
Just shot a bunch of black people at a thing while screaming racial slurs while doing it. Like, it makes you almost not even want to tune into like social media. I try to my best to not have those things.
Yeah.
What do you
That's
do
the
with
thing.
Exactly.
Where do you place it?
Where do you place it? Where do you supposed to as someone who wants to see change, who wants to be on the front line, then what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then what?
Yep.
Like, what do we gain from it? I've always been one to want to pour into the community. It's never been on that end of it. It's pouring into the youth, into the community that I live in, serving our children, and wanting to better our people from within. Because that side of the fight, I could never do it, Booth. I've never been able to be a part of that, because I never see anything come of it. And that's, you know.
And I feel that, and I have gone tooth and nail arguing with Black folks about protests. It don't do nothing. It don't solve nothing. And I be on my soapbox like, listen, this, that, and that. I've seen firsthand this, that, whatever. I've been out there and I've seen it. And now it's like, maybe it don't. May. And that's such a going back to that word defeated mindset. But I mean, I can't help but see what's happening in front of us. This is still happening. Yeah. The police still do what they do, right? You know, these politicians, some of them are still blatantly being bigoted and all this crap. And, you know, especially somebody like me working in the federal government and doing a lot of security functions, I see a lot of that stuff firsthand. And a lot of that stuff come through like emails, whatever, and it's just like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So I get it. I it's exhausting. So I just try to like don't even comment or whatever. But I see it sometime and I read it and I just tuck it away and keep it pushing. Because if I get involved, I'm gonna want to fight.
Want to fight
on my bad knee and everything. So I try. I try not to do it. But we are, as you can see from the thunderstorm that knocked us out, we are now in the summertime in DMV. And you know, summertime, it's what's happening? Was that a signal for something?
I don't know. We'll go with the summertime.
No, go ahead. What did you want to?
No, I was literally. You were going to say summertime, and I'm like, yeah, bring it on.
I was like, is that a code for?
Bye, man. Just please.
I thought she was trying to give me a signal to say, hey, I got something to say. Or you forgot we're supposed to do this. Like,
I just got in and do it.
Like,
hey, Bruce.
Are you sure there wasn't anything more to that? The whole moving of the eyebrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Nope.
See y'all?
Nope.
All right. Summertime. What do you guys like most about summertime in the DMV area? Like what, like is there anything you look forward to? Is it like what do you like about summer in the DC metropolitan area? I can tell you I like a lot of the things that they're to do outside. Like festivals.
I was gonna say
stuff like that. And I mean, and this it goes out, fellas. If you want date ideas and stuff like that, it's a lot of stuff that's free. You could just do Eventbrite for free. You just got to RSVP and just go, man. And you know, just, you know, and then you want to impress a lady, show a little bit of culture, show a little bit of whatever, planning. You know, they like planning and they like initiative. So there you go. So, but yeah, I do love the outside. The little outside events. What about you guys?
There's a caveat to that. So I think you took everybody's answer, because I was definitely going to just be like the festivals, you know, the wine tastings, things like that you could do outside, right? The caveat is the traffic, the jam packedness of everything. Yeah. I am honestly at a point where too many people can be a deal breaker.
Now.
Right? Like when I saw the video, I almost ended up at Amigos for Cinco de Mayo. When I saw the videos, because we were going to link up, have a couple little margaritas. And Cinco de Mayo is not typically something I celebrate outside. I could do margaritas and tacos at home, right? and they probably gonna be better. Like the quality gonna be better. I'm gonna be able to drink a little better, right? And so, like the social anxiety that comes with like the large crowds and like people being everywhere. Like if it's gonna take me 2 hours to get into a place, I've lost my desire.
Oh, I don't
to
do stuff like
You
that.
know what I mean? To even want to
I don't do
go.
stuff
Like
like
it's
that.
I can't.
That's above me now. Like
I
I can't.
I don't. It's below me.
Yeah,
I
I
don't,
ain't be able to do it.
I don't do stuff like that.
Yeah. So it's
Like the big go-go they had in Tyson's Corner.
Yeah.
I don't go to stuff
and
like
the
that.
people complaining about the fact that they were number
I
1,500
don't
in
go to
line,
stuff
but
like
you
that.
still standing there like crap.
Now, shout out to all the promoters who promote these things. I hope you get all your money, you get your coins,
Everything ain't
but
for
Boots
everybody.
won't be
Yeah,
a part of that
everything
because
ain't for everybody.
I tell people all the time, like I'll go to see a band here and there at the local spots, but these big events, the big white parties at these hotels and how they used to do the Jonestown National Stadium, Nat Stadium, and all. I don't go to those big events. I just never like the pageantry of it, right? Everybody got their name brand stuff on, and
I like
and
that.
all
That's a good
that, and then it be hot and all that, and then like you said, you gotta. First of all, the tickets be crazy, and you gotta wait in dumb lines just to get in the joint. And
I'm talking.
nah,
You done paid all this money to get in.
Nah.
Now you got
No.
it's a 45-minute line to get a cocktail.
No.
Then it's like, yo, what do we
No. No. I'm not.
No. You hear his no?
No, because it's real. No, I
not
feel
doing
it. I got
Yeah. So
I'm not.
So when I talk about festivals and stuff, I don't talk about those type of things. I mean,
Okay.
More polished, more on smaller scale, multicultural, you know what I'm saying? Stan
heavy on that.
And Marsha might be there,
Absolutely.
you know,
I love to run
you
that.
know,
Marsha.
yeah.
I love
that type of
Marsha.
thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my people, but I do like to do things that, you know what I'm saying, have a little bit more of a diverse crowd and things of that nature. Yeah.
What everybody.
So yeah, but like you said, the wine, different. And I just realized that there are a lot of small wineries around that are really nice, right? Yes. In the city or Montgomery County, Virginia, local joint. Yeah.
Like
yes.
So, treasures.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
What else about the summer?
I love the vibe of the city. People are outside. They're coming out of winter depression.
Mm-hmm.
That people are
glowing a little bit, smiling, a little friendlier.
Honestly, the actual vibe of the city changes in the summertime.
Yeah.
We are happier people in the summer.
Yeah.
You going through less traffic, the kids out, you coasting to work. Things a little different.
Yeah.
The vibe of the city.
The energy feeling.
Yeah, and I love just getting in some water. I'm a big fan of pool, beaches, whirlpools, whatever. So, and
boat season. That's
boat,
I would say that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Going down to a marina, put me on somebody's boat. And we still are. I got the
You remember my man who was a guest, Vincent, who was the realtor? Yeah. Him and his wife just bought a beautiful house way down in Maryland, and literally his backyard is the water.
Really? Come on.
Like he can walk out his back, walk on the pier.
He got a pier.
It's a pier, and he can sit,
hang his
with
feet,
a cup of coffee, open his laptop, and work literally on the water. It's amazing. It's so peaceful. It's so peaceful.
That's
so yes, water is
it's so healing.
It really is.
It really is.
But I like to get in it, like swimming and just vibing in it. So
you going down to the Anacostia? They let people swim.
The man said she was clean enough to. She said it was clean enough to.
I said
swim
water, not cesspool.
Nope. Our man said that she could swim in it. She cleaned it up.
Exactly. But she said there are some really nice hotels that have really nice pools that you could do staycations and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And, for like a Saturday to Sunday or Friday to Sunday.
Even
whatever.
day
Yeah,
passes.
absolutely.
Do you have
absolutely.
Resort Pass?
Absolutely.
It's an app.
Nah.
Resort Pass is an app where you can get heavily discounted day passes to hotel amenities. So if the hotel has spas there, obviously like any treatments, you got to pay for that, but you have access to those amenities. Their indoor pool, their jacuzzi, they be like $25, $35. Resort Pass.
You should have told me.
Mm-hmm. So you talk about the staycations, 1 or 2 days, but if you talking about you just want to go for the day, like work from home situation.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep. Very nice.
It makes sense though.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I have known recently about a lot of spots. You might have to drive 45 minutes or.
But isn't that the whole idea to get
away, right? So yeah, man.
Rosslyn has a nice little couple of rooftop hotel pool situation. You know, I'm a staycation queen.
I don't like going into the city really. I don't really do the city for social stuff. So Rosslyn, Virginia, something like that, or like out Annapolis and stuff like that. Yeah, that's my cup of tea right there. For sure. Yeah, because I don't want to have my car broken into. I don't want to get no speed camera. I don't want to park in the garage.
$300 to park for a weekend.
Listen,
you can pay $300.
I just
man.
What?
The city it's so heartbreaking because I love the city. I'm such a city girl, but my God, they be taxing us.
Heavy.
City girls up.
Heavy.
I don't know where I got that from. He be so sick of me, y'all. I don't know what I be doing.
So we're gonna my last topic of discussion is a little bit more broad. And so I want you guys to think of, or maybe we can collectively think of 3 relationship rules that are rarely discussed but are very important.
See, I don't even think I like rules. I don't like the word rules.
Let's take the word rules out and let's use
maybe advice or
relationship protocols.
Okay. Same thing, but okay, yeah. All right. 3 relationship rules that are rarely discussed in general, or discussed between the two in relation.
In general, or both. In general, like I would say, the thing that comes to my mind first is vulnerability, right? I think is one thing I've learned from being married and going through counseling and therapy and stuff is that you got to be vulnerable. And a lot of people, when they think of the word vulnerable, they think of like allowing yourself to be hurt or something like that. When in actuality,
or they attribute it to weakness. Like
yes,
that would be more overarching.
That's what I was.
Thing.
Yes. Thank you.
Very, very nice.
But it's not that at all. And it really is about being transparent and being honest. Right? We had a funny thing about, your folks being honest about a question you asked them, and we joked about it, but real talk, like you do want honesty from your person, good, bad, or ugly, right? And people can't do that. People have a really hard time with that level of vulnerability. And even when it's just telling somebody how you truly feel about something that may happen, something they may say or done to you, right? and it's really, really key to having constructive dialogue with your person. But if you can't do that, then that's where the arguments come, and that's where resentment comes and things of that nature. So that's kind of what I mean by you don't really hear that when you hear, we all day long we hear the gender wars between men and women and stuff like that, but you never really hear people talking about being vulnerable with their person. So that I would say that would be one.
So just to piggyback off of what you were saying in terms of vulnerability, this is probably going to be an unpopular opinion, but I think the biggest problem with vulnerability, or the lack of it, is self-awareness. The amount of people, and again, we always say when we're speaking, we're typically speaking about our generation. So don't at me or email me about it ain't everybody, because I don't care. Okay. Our generation, the amount of people that are so unwilling or don't know themselves is astonishing. I think we done lived enough life at this point. We done had enough relationship. Many of us done parented. We done had enough jobs, careers. We done experienced the outside world. We done navigated a lot of life experience. For you to still be at a point where you can't be honest with you about you, baby, what are we doing? You should not be dating. But we know that's not the case. Many people still choose to date. They still choose to bring people in on their confusion about them. You know, just the ability to know who you are, the ugly parts of you and all that, because that person gonna see it eventually, whether or not you admit to it or not. You know what I mean? You're going to eventually be exposed. But to be able to be somebody that be like, you know, yeah, I'm aware that that's a thing for me, and not making excuses, but I'm working on it. I know it's something that is not, you know, doesn't present my best self. That's vulnerability, to be able to flat out be like, yeah, I can see why you don't like that part of me, or why that can be a problem.
Yes.
They will not admit
They won't.
And many of them just don't even know it is a problem. The refusal to even believe it, because they've likely heard it before. So there's a hard stop where I'm not going to listen to 17 people who told me that I'm like this. Right. What do they know? Right. You know,
it has to be them.
Yeah, right. There's no common denominator. Or there's people who know and they just won't admit it. So now you in this relationship and someone brings something up to you that you know you done heard it every relationship, and you'll gaslight the shit out of them. I don't think I'm doing that. Well, I don't feel like I do that. Well, yeah, you do. You know, and so I think that is the biggest hindrance to vulnerability, self-awareness. So I'll just get off that you know, soapbox, because at the end of the day, self-awareness is just that self, right? No one should have to tell you how to go in and do some deep diving and figure out where you need to clean some shit up at. But I would say a rule would be, or a protocol would be, understanding or facing that chemistry does not equal alignment. Right? Chemistry don't. Man, we was in our 20s and our 30s, baby. It was all about the chemistry. Oh, if he don't give me the bubble guts, or she don't give me the, you know, the butterflies, I don't want it. Like we were fueled off of how someone made us feel, that infatuation, that lust of it, that newness, and all of that. And you can still, I think at this age, yes, we want that, but I need you to know that at this age, we require more. We require more, and it is not enough. If you ain't aligned financially, baby, it's a wrap. If you ain't aligned on an emotional, intellectual standpoint, it's a wrap. If you ain't aligned with goals, some people are just naturally, you know, there's this thing where that's going around that's like, oh, if you're somebody that don't have multiple businesses or multiple streams of income, you're lazy, you're not ambitious. And yeah, I like to set that at somebody's feet, right? I'm just like, I get that if you're someone that's ambitious and you're a go-getter, you always got to be in something, your hands in something. No shade. Like, if that's what you want, that's fine. And if you need someone like that, align yourself with someone like that. But don't, you know, fault somebody who may have grinded out life in their very early years, and they at a point where I don't want to do all that shit now. I don't want to do it. And so if the alignment ain't there, it ain't there. I ain't lazy. I'm just not aligned with you running your bones in the ground till you 60. I don't want to do that. I want to be sitting by the pier.
The water. Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, chemistry is not alignment. And I believe that at this age, alignment is so important to us, because it's our very sort of fiber right now to
Mhm.
how we live the rest of our lives. Many of us have already raised our children, had our children. We've worked a career. Many of us are working smarter, not harder. Like we working for these people, but we understand that it ain't how it was in our 20s. So I gotta work to be seen. I'm gonna work to get paid.
Yeah.
Because baby, if I go today or tomorrow,
They
they
gonna
gonna
will be
be
filled.
tomorrow.
Immediately.
To
The post is
okay,
going up on
it's
Indeed
the
tonight.
post is going up, the announcement's going up.
Announcement
So
is out there.
yeah, alignment. Oh my God.
I
like,
learned a long time ago from my buddy. He basically said what he said. Chemistry don't equal compatibility.
man.
Oh,
And when he said that to me, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I mean, it hit me like a ton of
Yeah,
bricks,
yeah.
man, and
that's
that's
real.
real.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's
That's
real, man.
absolutely
Yeah.
real.
That is.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Anything you want to add, Cher?
What would I say? I feel like that we don't conversate about consideration. We are not, that's not a conversation that's necessarily had in a relationship. You just assume that the person is going to be considerate of what you have going on, how busy you are, if you're trying to move up in your career, if you decided you don't want to have five businesses, but they do, and involving you in their day-to-day lives or not involving you in their day-to-day lives. Me and Twin were talking the other day, and she said something, and I was like, well, I never thought about that. And she was saying how all women consider their person and everything. Most women consider their person and everything that they do. Just small check-ins. Babe, I'm here. This is what I'm doing. This is my next step. And the other side of that is being considerate enough to say, babe, is this necessary for you? Is this extra work for you? Just actually being considerate to your person to see if they are just doing things to meet needs that they think you have that you may not even care about. Like just really sitting down and having a conversation about those daily moments where you are doing the thing that you feel like you have to do to be considerate of your person.
Yeah,
consideration.
That is a big deal, man. Because people, especially a lot of times in relationships that are 10, 15, 20 years, like you sometimes lose that consideration because you get complacent, right? You get complacent, and a lot of times in relationships, people kind of almost start doing their own thing, right? They get in their own groove and their own vibe, and you can lose that level of consideration, and it's very important. That's why I'm a fan of check-ins. Babe, tomorrow night you ain't doing nothing. Let's, what I'm saying, let's have a check-in. Let's talk. How are you? Is there anything that I've been doing that I could be better at? Like, is there anything that you can offer me? Like, and just see where we at.
Absolutely. I like that.
But again, that goes back to that level of vulnerability and people being honest. And, well, yeah, I ain't like how you did your hair last time.
Yeah.
or you know what I'm saying? That situation that happened with the kids last week. I ain't appreciate how you spoke to me in front of whoever or whatever, right? Like, and because a lot of times people be mad about something and your person don't even know.
Had no
that
clue.
that it's a thing.
No clue. Pissed.
Right?
I broke up with you in my mind.
You walking around.
We was over.
You walking around like somebody stole your bike, resentful, and the other person like, what? But that's what I'm saying. Like you said, that consideration to even say, I want to know how I'm doing as a husband, or I want to know how I'm doing as the man in your life, and let me know, if I'm falling short somewhere.
And let's dissect
and
that.
Be receptive.
Yes.
I was getting ready to say, let's dissect this, because what we love to say is, oh, well, yeah, just tell me how you feeling. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. I have met a considerable amount of men that when you get into discussing your feelings or how they may have made you feel, it immediately puts them on the attack. You would have think I would have told them their mother raised, like, I don't know, like I literally attacked them or a family or something, like, and I'm like, you literally just asked me how I felt about something. So if you were immediately going to take that as an attack and not receive, like, utilize emotional intelligence to be like, oh, I'm, definitely didn't mean to make you feel that way, and still recognize it as me not attacking you or dogging you, like this, we're never going to get anywhere. So the check-ins can become redundant or like a moot point if
absolutely
the two people that are talking are not able to be receptive to actually what's the feedback they're getting and not take it as attack.
Absolutely.
That is huge, because y'all will just be talking just to defend and not listen, and it won't go anywhere.
And again, in my opinion, that's where a lot of counseling and therapy comes into play, because those people can give you the tools so that you can do these things, right? And they'll tell you how to do them. And so, for example, like when you do have check-ins or you're having conversations with your person, maybe it's one of those things where you need to just shut the hell up, let them talk, let them say what they got to say, and take a day or two to process it.
Correct.
And sit with it, instead of being like, what? Nah, because last time and but it wasn't all like that last time. When you getting the defensive, you're getting, you feeling like you're being attacked when it ain't even that serious, as opposed to just sitting with it and listen, and actually not listening to respond, but listening to receive what they're saying. And sometimes it's best to not say nothing.
And communicating, because again, you have these different sort of relationship styles, right? So you definitely, everybody has a responsibility to self. So while you are taking your time to process, you have to be honest and transparent with me to say, you said a lot, I heard you, but honestly, I don't know how to respond right now. That doesn't mean get up, don't say nothing to me.
No.
Because if me as being a self-aware person, I know that to me, that's dismissal.
Of course.
And I don't like dismissal, dismissing energy. So now we got an even bigger problem than what I brought to the table initially. So again, just that self-awareness of knowing who you are, how you receive it, things.
Yes.
Me, if I communicate to you, I don't like dismissal. There's no way that when I say something to you, me understanding that you actually need time to process, that should not be, we shouldn't allow each other grace for that. So you should be able to say, I need time for this. I know that because you've made me aware of that. You've been vulnerable enough to say, I'm a shutdowner. I don't typically, so I need time to process. And then, but you to then know I still need that communication.
Absolutely.
That's what you are going to do. And you'll bring it back to the table. So it's twofold. It has to have
a level of emotional intelligence on both ends. And how often do you get that?
Like,
how do you get, like, it's very rare to get two individuals who are on the same level when it comes to emotional intelligence, because there's definitely levels to that shit, and I learned the hard way. I learned the hard way.
It really is. And it's, it's like you said, it's definitely something that's very difficult to find, and unfortunately, people won't admit it, but people only know is argue, and I gotta defend. And see, a lot of people go into relationships, or they go into different things like it's a score, right? Or you got one up on me, or you somehow won. You won, or I lost because you told me you didn't like how I did something, so you got that off on me or whatever. And it ain't even about that, but
absolutely.
But like you said, that
it's just
emotional
about teaching you how to handle me, and I want you to teach me how to handle you.
Absolutely.
Right? Absolutely.
So yep, we'll give you guys more relationship advice from the guru and all that.
Get
But no,
panel of experts here.
absolutely.
Get it. Get,
because
yeah,
obviously
get
we
into
got it all together.
Get into it.
We have it all. We don't have no
Because-
issues.
Not
At all.
never.
We good money.
Not
What?
never.
You better learn. You better learn. Well, thank you, Sia, for joining us.
Oh
You
my
have been a
goodness.
delight. Thank you so
It
much.
has been wonderful, even though they ain't had no power, y'all.
Oh,
That happened.
Twin, don't
See?
do that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Don't do that.
No, that's all right. The people got to know. The people got to
Wow,
know. Y'all
do
have
Are we
to
gonna get into the comments? Do we have time?
We don't have very many comments.
We don't.
Mm-mm. Danetta says she don't like her chicken fried hard. And we were talking about
Danetta. I love
I mean, I'm sorry, not Danetta.
Oh, Diva Reed.
D says she don't like her
Yeah.
chicken fried hard. And then that was one comment. And then we had a lot of people talking about the storm,
Yeah.
talking about their life.
Ah.
No,
And
yeah.
yeah.
So y'all didn't even
They-
care that we
They saving them
went
batteries.
off for about 5
No,
minutes.
they
Because
conserving
y'all
them
couldn't
batteries.
watch us anyway. That's what I was trying to tell you, not the freight, friend.
What?
No,
I
I
don't
was-
understand.
no, because you was over here panicking. And I was like, don't worry about it. They don't even have power to watch
you
us
did say
if we
that.
didn't go out.
I don't know about me panicking, but you did say that.
Well,
That- no,
they've over
He said
exaggerated.
no panic. He said no panic.
Okay, whatever. I made it up. Fine.
I mean, see, effective communication. There's
That's it,
It's-
right? I'm
Boom,
self-aware
stop.
that
it's a limit.
I have the ability to do that.
There's a limit.
And so I was just,
There's a limitation
I
here.
regret-
There's a wall.
yeah, no, excuse me. So you shutting down? This is how is this ever gonna work? This is what I mean. Anyways, y'all, yeah, how we gonna send the people off? Because I feel like we gotta say something deep,
Say something deep down.
Deep in your bag.
deep in my bag.
Going deep in your bag.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Um,
I don't have nothing deep.
you ain't got nothing deep.
Mm-mm.
Boots? Are you well?
He's
Take his
fatigued.
temperature.
He's
I'ma
fatigued,
take his
child. He already
temperature
said
when
he's
we
fatigued.
finish.
Tired. I was tired.
I got to take his temperature.
I just want to thank the people. Just thank them
Yeah,
for
Definitely.
if they tuned in after us being, gone for a while. That just means that they support us and
Mhm.
they want to see us win, and we appreciate y'all and we love y'all for that. And yeah, drinks at Boots House next week.
You always
What happened?
There'll be 200 people in front of my house next week.
Right.
With a drink check.
Randomly.
Free. He the new lax.
Anyway. Shout out to CKB Studio
yes.
as usual. All the family, all the podcasts, and everybody that has tuned in. Thanks to Jamal for getting
Thank
us
you
back
all.
on, and all that. Shout out to Bezel. You may see us back in the pocket again, man. So we may have some things coming up for you guys. We definitely may eventually have like a whole event here where we have like a live studio and have guests and have music, DJs, all that stuff. Which is a lot of the podcasts do that here from time to time. So we may kind of follow suit.
Are y'all gonna have a singles meetup?
A singles
Uh-huh.
meetup.
Yeah, they're gonna do that.
Would you wait a minute, we'll talk offline.
No,
anyway.
no, you won't. No, you won't.
Anyway.
No, you won't.
Wait a minute.
No, you won't.
Why would you make that face?
What's happening?
Why would you?
Anyway,
I swear to God, flip the whole
Anyway,
thing. If
we ain't got no name. Thank y'all for tuning in. We out. Appreciate
we
you.
out. Bye.